teacher wrongfully convicted of killing a student.
The witness stories don't add up. Timeline is wrong.
Why did he confess?
You're gonna save this man's life. I want to be there when you do.
Stick around later for Jimmy Fallon as he welcomes Taylor Swift tonight.
Two major murder trials out of Conway conclude with a decision of life or death from jurors today. Plus, a car chase ends with two people behind bars tonight.
Then Horry County leaders trying to change where developers can build. What this means for you. WNBF News at 11 starts right now.
Live, local, late breaking. This is WNBF News at 11.
We have an officer down at this time. Advise that suspect still firearm, use precaution.
This is the most tragic event in the 35 years that I've been with Florence Police Department.
Affluent neighborhood in the PD, usually quiet and business as usual, had its peace shattered in the hail of bullets 1 year ago today. 7 officers and deputies were serving a search warrant involving a man accused of sexually assaulting minors in the home. His father allegedly opened fire from a second-story window. Florence Police Sergeant Terrence Caraway died at the scene.
This is what God put him to do, to serve his God, his country, his community.
And Florence County investigator Farrah Turner passed away just a few weeks later from her injuries.
You give it all you got until there is nothing left. There was nothing left, but she had done her job.
Now these two men sit behind bars awaiting trial. This is in connection with the incident. Thanks for joining us this evening. I'm Eric Weisfeld. My co-anchor Meredith Heline has the night off. Tonight, the community in Florence gathered to honor the lives of Farrah Turner and Terrence Caraway in a celebration of life. It took place at Francis Marion University's Performing Arts Center. Patrick Lloyd was there for the service.
365 days may seem like a long time to some people, but here in Florence, 365 days is not nearly enough time for the people here in Florence to forget about the sacrifice Farrah Turner and Terrence Caraway made. Tonight was a night to honor Terrence Caraway and Farrah Turner. Governor Henry McMaster was at the event. 12th Circuit Solicitor Ed Clements hosted it.
And the Bible says that there's no greater love the man has than he lays down his life for his friends. And we've got people that have done that.
Together, we are, always, and will be, Florence strong.
Florence Mayor Pro Tempore Buddy Brand made a special announcement on stage with Terrence Caraway's wife, Allison, next to him.
I proclaim the 3rd day of October as Heroes Day in memory of Sergeant Terrence Caraway and investigator Farrah Turner.
Florence Police Chief Alan Heedler said from that dark day came a light from the community.
As you all can imagine, October 3rd of last year had a major impact on our department. But from the moment of that horrendous tragedy and throughout the entire year, we have been touched deeply by the many acts of kindness extended from people around this country.
Farrah Turner's mother, Katie Godwin, was also in attendance as she received a plaque also commemorating Heroes Day. Florence County Council Chair Wayman Mumford closed with these final remarks on Turner and Caraway.
They served and sacrificed for a purpose far greater than themselves. I can think of no truer definition of a hero.
Mumford also announced Florence County leaders are working on installing a Florence County Service Memorial in front of the Florence County Judicial Center. It wouldn't just be to honor Turner and Caraway, it would be for anyone who makes the ultimate sacrifice while in the line of duty in Florence County. Reporting in Florence, Patrick Lloyd, WNBF News.
Death. That's the verdict a federal jury handed down today in the trial against Brandon Council, the man who murdered Katie Skeen and Donna Major during the 2017 Crestcom bank robbery in Conway. That verdict came down after a little more than 5 hours of deliberations. And despite his traumatic childhood, jurors believe evidence showed Council intentionally killed the two innocent women for money. There are currently around 60 inmates on federal death row. A verdict was reached in another case today. Jordan Hodge and Kenneth Carlisle will spend life in prison. They're convicted of killing Hodge's grandmother, Linda McAllister, and her step-grandfather, William Clemens, back in July of 2017. WNBF News reporter Ian Klein was at today's hearing. He tells us Jordan Hodge and Kenneth Carlisle were given the option to testify, but declined. New for you tonight, 2 people are in custody following a vehicle chase in Georgetown. Police say the car eventually crashed at Queen and Church Streets, and we're told drugs were found inside that car. We're still working to learn why the chase began and the names of the people arrested. We'll keep you updated as we learn more information.
Well, record heat earlier this afternoon, tying and breaking records across the area, including Myrtle Beach, Florence, and Lumberton, hit 100 degrees in Scotland County, 99 in Florence, in the lower 90s here along the Grand Strand. We will likely see record highs again tomorrow. Forecasting 92 in Myrtle Beach, 98 in Florence, and 98 in Lumberton. That will be tying or breaking the old records, and it will not take long for those temperatures to climb, likely into the middle 80s, feeling like the 90s by lunchtime. Very warm and muggy through the evening. Rain chances still slim, and out into Florence, again, upper 90s, close to 100 degrees. This is the end of the heat, though. Big cool down for the weekend. I'll have that cooler weekend forecast coming up.
Building new neighborhoods on wetlands has become a controversial issue across Horry County. Many have spoken out, saying it puts homes in danger of flooding. But now some county leaders want to change where developers can build. WNBF News reporter Casey Watson joins us now live with what this means for current and future homeowners. Good evening to you, Casey.
Good evening, Eric. 37% of Horry County is wetlands, and currently developers can use this as a percentage when constructing a new neighborhood across the county. But all of that is about to change after council leaders have heard from many community members on flooding and stormwater issues. This change comes after council member Harold Wordley said it was time to get the ball rolling in the right direction when it comes to development.
I think the time has probably come that we need to exempt wetlands from the CFA calculation. It's something I think we need to move forward on. We've talked about it, and I think it's time we at least did that.
All council members voted in favor of this motion. But what happens next?
Staff has already drafted the ordinance. It's done, but we have to notice for public hearing. So our next available Planning Commission meeting will be the meeting in November. After the Planning Commission public hearing, it will go in front of Infrastructure and Regulation Committee and then to Council for 3 readings. Within CFA, it will have a large impact because a significant number of the rezoning requests is presented both to Planning Commission and County Council that are CFA currently have the option to develop their entire CFA tract with a 3 units per acre multifamily density, including those that are severely impacted by wetlands or river floodplain. When it comes to future developments, how would this impact homebuyers and residents? And it would also eliminate the amount of density that somebody on, say, Highway 90 or Highway 57 would be able to develop on their property, because previously they were taking advantage of wetlands that they couldn't build on anyway, in order to increase their density on the uplands. In the Horry County Envision 2025 plan, it says wetlands are essential components of the landscape and have several functions, one of which is flood hazard reduction. Some hope by not building on wetlands, this could help control the flooding that is being seen across the county.
So these are very natural, sensitive buffers with highly permeable lands that absorbs rainfall as well as slows runoff to nearby streams and swamps. And naturally that decreases our flood risk.
And again, that motion was proposed and voted on by council at Tuesday night's meeting just a few days ago. And Schwartz said the soonest that this ordinance could go into effect would be January or February if it passes through all of the different committees. Live in Horry County, Casey Watson, WNBF News.
All new at 11, these 2 men put behind bars after deputies say they broke into the Georgetown Landing Marina last week. 41-year-old Charles Cribb Jr. and 33-year-old Stanley Jordan were arrested today. Officials say they stole tools, knives, and fishing equipment from a marina. And both are being held at the Georgetown County Detention Center awaiting bond hearings. We're still working to learn the name of the person arrested following an incident this afternoon in Little River. We're told officers were called to the area of Punk Road around 4 o'clock this afternoon, and that they detained one individual. No other information is available, but we'll be sure to update you as soon as more details come into our newsroom. And this Little River man's behind bars tonight after police say he smoked marijuana with a minor before sexually assaulting her. After meeting up back in July, officials say 32-year-old Matthew Miller locked the minor in his car and grabbed her legs. The victim says Miller then raped her. Miller's being held on a $30,000 bond. Let's take you to Conway now, where this woman was arrested on child neglect charges. This comes after a child was found walking around alone. Officials say they discovered that child was left alone at home without an adult present. Officers tell us they interviewed a woman who says she left the 2-year-old in the care of Keandra Robertson. That's the woman you see right there on your screen. Robertson says she could not find anyone to watch the child, so she left to go to work. Myrtle Beach Police Department's license plate readers and neighbors' surveillance videos are credited for the arrest of a man accused of breaking into cars in the Market Common. Police say car break-in reports came in over the weekend in the Emmons Preserve neighborhood. 32-year-old Benjamin Frazier has been arrested, and among his charges are 12 counts of auto burglary. Police say he tried to run away from them yesterday when the plate readers recognized he was back in the neighborhood, but he's in jail tonight awaiting a bond hearing. Their loved one was gunned down inside a Carolina classroom, and tonight the victim's family is opening up about how they're dealing with the loss.
Get clearance pricing during Honda's Summer Spectacular event. Hurry to your local Honda dealer of the Carolinas today.
Put that beach ball away. It's high school football time. All the scores, all the highlights, the primetime performer, and game of the week every Friday night. I need you to bring it.
Oh, look, a beach ball.
Get the best high school football action from our local team Friday at 11:15 p.m. on Extra Point, sponsored by Conway Medical Center.
A car wreck or work injury can hurt your future, and making the right call after your accident can be the most important decision of your life. Call George Sink Injury Lawyers at all nights. You can call nights, weekends, 24/7. Let them take care of everything while you get better.
Starting Saturday for 10 days only, through Monday, Columbus Day at Rooms to Go. It's 10 days to get beautiful Rooms to Go furniture, big savings, and finance interest-free for 60 months. That's 5 years from now. Choose from a great selection of living rooms, bedrooms, dining rooms, mattresses, and more, and pay no interest for 60 months. No games, no gimmicks. It's 10 days to shop, 60 months to finance interest-free. Through Monday, Columbus Day, only at Rooms to Go.
Car wreck in the Carolinas? Everyone knows you dial 800 all sevens. We got a $325,000 settlement for our client who was hit by an 18-wheeler. Don't scream, call Akeem.
To get your attorney, dial 800 all sevens now.
The Honda CR-V is perfect for people from all walks of life. From the daydreamers to the night riders, and the carpoolers to the lone wolves. Let's not forget the young ones, and those young at heart. No wonder people made the CR-V the best-selling CUV in its class. Hurry to your Honda dealer during the #1 CR-V event and get a great deal today.
Pod's moving in storage.
I need to clean out my study.
We'll deliver a container.
My brother-in-law's moving in.
You can keep things at our storage center for as long as you need.
I am not happy about this.
Or you can keep your things on site for quick unloading.
Did you say freeloading?
I said unloading.
I heard freeloading.
I'm sure you did.
Store on site or let us drive your things to our secure storage center. Pods, moving and storage, solved. Call today or visit pods.com for your free quote.
The sizzle is back. Head to Bojangles and get 2 pork chop griller biscuits for just $5. That's 2 savory pork chop griller biscuits, just $5 for a limited time. Bojangles, it's bow time, y'all.
When you're hurt in an accident, you need someone you can trust, who can get results. Call George Sink Injury Lawyers at all nines. George Sink Injury Lawyers has experience helping people just like you. If you've been hurt in a car wreck or on the job, call all nines. We'll take care of the rest.
The WNBF First Alert Storm Chaser is sponsored by Contract Exterior. Now, WNBF News First Alert meteorologist Robert Whitehurst.
Well, another round of record heat tomorrow before the cooler weather moves in. So what you're looking at here is the actual temperature, the bottom numbers. is what it feels like, and we'll push that heat index well into the 90s as we head through the afternoon. In fact, by lunchtime, feeling like 92 degrees here along the Grand Strand. The actual temperatures climbing into the 90s, and this will be record-breaking temperatures here by 2 to 3 o'clock. 92 up and down the coast, 98 in Florence, where we hit 99 today, so very close to 100, and very warm through 7 o'clock, still in the 80s, feeling close to 90. Then the cold front arrives. That will move through very late tomorrow night and will bring us a couple showers into the early morning hours of Saturday. We're talking 2, 3, 4 a.m. Most of that rain will be clearing out through the day, but notice behind this cold front, there's still a lot of clouds around, mostly cloudy to even overcast through Saturday. Some areas of mist and light showers, certainly a possibility, but it is much cooler. Afternoon highs falling back into the 70s as we head into Saturday, and any sort of rain chances will be out of here Sunday. But there's still some clouds around. Not expecting full sunshine this weekend. Could be kind of gloomy looking, especially on Saturday. But the temperatures, again, that's the big story. Much cooler. Climbing a bit into Sunday into Florence, back into the middle 80s. Still feeling like the 80s because the muggy meter's still low. That will try to climb into early next week, and then notice what happens. It drops again. We'll have another cold front that arrives on Tuesday. That'll again bring us a couple showers and our next drop in temperatures, but the rain chances here slim. You notice most of the Carolinas staying very dry here all the way into next Wednesday. So outside of a couple little showers tomorrow night, and then again on Monday, it is a dry forecast. Notice we climb back into the 80s early next week, drop back down into the 70s by Wednesday and Thursday. So some ups and downs in this forecast. Certainly the hottest day is tomorrow. 98 degrees tomorrow afternoon in Florence.
All new at 11, the University of North Carolina Charlotte campus is busy with students more than 5 months after the deadly shooting that killed 2 students. A gunman opened fire inside a classroom, killing Reed Parlier and Riley Howell. Reed Parlier's parents invited Allison Lattis into her home to talk about their pain, their memories, and how they plan to honor their son.
Smiling faces, a loving embrace. Pictures from happier times fill the Parlier family home. But seeing Reed smile now is so bittersweet.
It still seems surreal at times, most of the time.
You still feel like he'll come home?
Like he's going to come home. Reed was a sophomore at UNC Charlotte who felt more comfortable living at home than on campus. On April 30th, he never made it back from class. A gunman opened fire inside the Kennedy building, killing 2 students and injuring 4.
Reed didn't get a chance. Reed was shot first, multiple times. And I hope that he didn't know what was happening.
Trying to cope with their incredible loss means facing the daily challenge of a new normal.
Something as simple as walking into a grocery store and passing his, a food that I would always purchase for him specifically, that I don't put in my cart anymore.
For Reed's sister Mallory, just trying to be a high school student is hard.
If 2 random kids are fighting in the hall, it horrifies me, because I'm like, what are they about to do? Are they just yelling at each other, or are they about to pull out a gun and shoot each other?
They hope those difficult triggers will someday subside. Reed's memory is present everywhere in the Parlier home. His bedroom, exactly how he left it that tragic Tuesday.
His clothes are still hung up, and
Reed's desk holds the computer he built, where he enjoyed his passion for video games.
Actually, his ashes are right there. In the chair.
He had a cable that ran from our router up to his room, and I cussed it daily, but it broke my heart to take it down.
The Parliers are pushing through their heartache to celebrate their son and brother in simple, sincere ways.
He always wore, from an infant, 1 sock on a foot, and the other foot, no sock. And when my mom would come over, she would say, Reed, where's your other sock? And he would make up a story about sending it to outer space or was on a secret mission.
One now sits by Reed's photo. And a small sign in their yard reads, Heroes wear only 1 white sock.
A friend of mine made this.
Outside, the Parliers created a memorial garden.
his name, his angel wings.
It's full of stepping stones, hand-painted by Reed's family and friends.
I always called him my sunshine.
Each stone is a unique tribute to him.
Yeah, absolutely.
More tributes to Reed are yet to come. 2 scholarships will help students pursue degrees in computers, gaming, and technology. An annual renewable full-ride 4-year scholarship will go to a student from Reed's High School, Central Academy of Technology and Arts in Monroe. Another scholarship will help UNC Charlotte seniors through their final year.
These scholarships will help those seniors make that last push and graduate.
Helping others achieve his dreams is his family's way of celebrating Reed, who would have turned 20 tomorrow.
What do you think Reed would want you to do? Be happy.
He'd probably say, "It's going to be all right, Dad. Just calm down."
The gunman in that shooting will spend the rest of his life in prison without the possibility of parole. A professor at NC State suspended after students say he called the woman in his class useless. Many of them, students in Dr. E. David Davis's physics class, say that after a student got a question wrong, the professor joked and asked if she'd been dropped on her head as a baby. Another female student he called on then joked she'd also been dropped on her head. A student in his class who didn't want to be identified explains what happened next.
His response to that was, well, the women are useless today, so maybe I should ask a man. And that caused a big commotion in the classroom, and one girl stood up and said, "Hey, that is not okay, like that is not an appropriate comment."
The school says it's investigating what happened. Davis has not responded to the accusations against him. New details tonight on a fire that damaged a historic campground in North Carolina. Officials now believe the blaze damaged 30% of Balls Creek Campground. May have been a retaliation. The Catawba County Sheriff's Office and Fire Marshal's Office are investigating a tip that the fire was an act of retaliation between students at 2 rival high schools. That fire destroyed 40 wooden cabins at the campground. Earlier this week, investigators ruled that fire suspicious. 2 undefeated teams hit the gridiron for our Game of the Week. Extra Point host Aaron Ladd joins us next with a preview. First, though, how about buy one, get one free admission to the all-new Thompson Farm at Brickyard Plantation? Right now, SC Weekend is offering that deal. Just $10. Feed the animals, ride the hay wagon, enjoy the outdoors. Hurry, though. This deal won't last. Head over to scweekend.com. Click on Deals. You have 3.5 minutes to do so. That's when WNBF News at 11 is back.
Your Polaris life starts at Redline Power Sports.
Hi, this is David Bowen from Myrtle Beach Hyundai, and I'd like to show you 3 features of the new 19 Tucson. Panoramic sunroof, surround view camera, smart tailgate. Come see me, David Bowen, at Myrtle Beach Hyundai.
Hey folks, Jason Hearn here with Myrtle Beach Hyundai, highlighting 3 features on the all-new 2019 Santa Fe. Memory seats, wireless phone charging, and cold ventilated seats. Come see me, Jason Hearn, product specialist at Myrtle Beach Hyundai.
Donald Trump is just one guy. It takes an entire village of politicians to rig the system. That's why we need term limits, to make Washington work for you. Speaking of term limits, I have 6 words for you. Mitch McConnell, Lindsey Graham, Chuck Grassley. When you're in charge, we can finally deliver. Healthcare, education, clean air and water, and wages you can live on. That's the truth. Now we need action. I'm Tom Steyer, and I approve this message.
Paying too much for glasses is just wrong. Check out the Right Sale at iMart Express and get a complete pair of frames and lenses for $20. That's right, 1 pair for $20. But hurry, it's like a porcupine with a balloon. It's not gonna last. So bring your prescription, choose your glasses, and wear them today. Get a complete pair for $20. Need progressives? 2 pairs start at just $76.92. You can't go wrong at the Right Sale at iMart Express. Right glasses, right price, right now.
When you're left in the dark, power outages aren't just a hassle, they can be costly. A Briggs & Stratton generator will automatically power your entire home to keep your lights, appliances, and heating and air running smoothly. Owning a Briggs & Stratton standby generator is now more affordable than ever.
Give us a call. Mr. Sparky looks forward to serving you.
Call my dad. He can fix it all. And remember,
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Get ready for South Carolina's mega-sized fair, October 4th through 13th at the Florence Center. Spectacular amusement rides, a drop tower so tall you'll freak, an amazing tiger encounter, comedy, magic acts, and game shows, a petting zoo, live music daily, October 4th through 13th at the Florence Center. Get your mega pass today at florencefair.com. That's florencefair.com.
Sparks Toyota is all about providing exceptional value and savings to our customers. That's why, with every new or used Toyota, you become a Sparks preferred customer. With our Sparks customer program, you'll receive
a lifetime powertrain warranty, lifetime 10% discount on parts and service, 24-hour roadside assistance, 2 years, no cost maintenance, and more.
the preferred customer program can save you thousands. For more details, click SparksToyota.com and come see us today at Sparks Toyota, where the dealer is always in.
Your Polaris life starts at Redline Power Sports.
The WNPF First Alert Storm Chaser is sponsored by Sparks Toyota.
An agricultural technology company associated with Clemson University is putting down its roots in the PD. Carolina Seed Systems says it'll co-locate with Clemson's research station in Florence. CEO and founder of Carolina Seed says this is something they've been looking forward to for a while now and say they're pretty excited for the transition. Company uses genomic technology to deliver fit-for-market hybrid seeds from as far away as Georgia and all the way to Virginia. Our WNBF Extra Point crew gearing up for another exciting week of high school football action. Host Aaron Ladd is in the studio tonight with more on the biggest game of the week.
28 years of pedigree meets the new kids on the block this week in our Core Physical Therapy Extra Point Game of the Week. And if you like defense, this one's for you. A matchup of two undefeated teams with some of the best talent in all of the PD. It's a battle of the unbeatens in Class 3A.
We've been talking back and forth. We don't pay much attention to that. We just focus on Marion.
Number 10 ranked Marion Swamp Foxes marching into Dillon to face the number 1 ranked Wildcats. A showdown between two defensive powerhouses. Dillon and Marion enter Week 6 only giving up a total of 52 points combined.
It gives us an opportunity to go out and, kind of do what you said, see who's the best.
Dillon's a great team. They well coached. We take our hats off to them.
Hey, Marion's got an outstanding football team. They're a very, very physical football team on defense, and they do some things offensively you don't see week in and week out.
They're well coached. They're very disciplined, and, they wait for other teams to make mistakes.
The Wildcats are 30-1 overall in their last 31 games and are still favorites to play for the Class 3A title later this year. But the Swamp Foxes say they're not intimidated by Dillon's pedigree.
Just another game. We just see them as another team. But they're just another game. They're just another team on our way from our goal.
With defensive stoppers and offensive firepower on both sides of the field, both squads say they have what it takes to remain unbeaten.
We've been in many big games, in the last, since I've been here.
It's going to be an intense game to watch. We just got to go out there and compete, go out there and have fun. Don't have an edge on ourselves. Go out there and just play hard, leave it all on the field.
We have to take it one play at a time, and then from there we'll see what the game do.
Well, this is another game on the schedule. We treat them all the same, and it's great to have. It should be a tremendous atmosphere.
It's just another game. We prepare for a dogfight.
A dogfight, or maybe more appropriately, a fox fight between these two heavyweights of the PD. Plenty more tomorrow on Extra Point pregame. In the studio tonight, Aaron Ladd, WNBF News.
We're taking you under the sea for an incredible partnership that officials say is vital in conserving threatened populations. First, though, how about a look at tonight's Lucky for Life lottery drawing numbers? 1, 13, 42, 43, 44. Look at that. Your lucky ball is 18 tonight. Good luck.
Good news. It's back.
Denim on denim?
No. The Sensation's back at Zaxby's.
You heard right. The Sensation Salad is back. And introducing the new Sensation Filet Sandwich Meal. Both served with an egg roll. For a limited time, only at Zaxby's.
when the weather is where you are.
We've already seen a couple reports of downed trees and power lines.
That's where we are in the WMBF First Alert Storm Chaser.
I'm on I-95 just outside of Florence, and showers of storms still moving through.
Preparing you for what's headed toward your neighborhood.
We're watching for lots of lightning and
with
heavy
street-level
downpours.
alerts live from the WMBF First Alert Storm Chaser.
Sky is lit up right now.
The WMBF First Alert Storm Chaser is sponsored by Sparks Toyota and Contract Exteriors.
Why do you need fast, reliable internet? So your world doesn't turn upside down. Turn it around. Switch to Spectrum. And give your family what they deserve. Switch to Spectrum Internet for just $44.99 a month with free modem. Call 1-833-624-4499. With starting speeds of 100 megabits, you'll be able to connect your devices at the same time and with no data caps. Spectrum Internet has the fastest, most consistent download speeds based on the latest FCC report. AT&T can't say that. And with Spectrum TV, you get over 125 channels with free HD and free on demand. Plus, you get the free Spectrum TV app to stream your favorite shows and movies in and outside your home. Switch to Spectrum TV for just $44.99 a month. Call 1-833-624-4499. And no contract. Call and switch to Spectrum Internet and TV for just $44.99 a month each. Spectrum will even buy out your current contract up to $500. Call 1-833-624-4499. Turn your world around. Call now.
Reliable energy is important to all of us, and at Duke Energy, we're working around the clock to deliver it. We're using smart thinking technology to respond even quicker if the power goes out. Introducing innovation that automatically detects outages and instantly reroutes power. And we're strengthening our energy infrastructure so we can stay ahead of the next storm. All across the Carolinas, no matter where you live, we're building a smarter energy future.
Wouldn't it be nice if things were this easy? With the new Savers menu at McDonald's, they are. Simply choose from the McDouble, McChicken, small fries, or 4-piece chicken McNuggets and get another for $1. Easy. Only at McDonald's.
Right now, during the Rooms to Go Columbus Day mattress sale, you can get a king-size mattress for the price of a queen in your choice of 4 great brands: Sealy, Serta, Beauty Rest, and Therapeutic. Now you can enjoy a much bigger bed without a bigger price. Sleep like a king for the same low price as the queen. Prices start at just $6.99. $6.99. And check out our other great mattress buys now during the Rooms to Go Columbus Day mattress sale.
At Zaxby's, the Sensation Salad is back. And introducing the new Sensation Filet Sandwich Meal with hand-breaded chicken, Asian slaw, wonton strips, and citrus vinaigrette. Both served with an egg roll. The Sensation Salad and Filet Sandwich Meal. Only at Zaxby's.
Get George St. Law from on the line. Call 999-999.
A sea turtle released by Riverbank Zoo in Columbia, now part of a wider conservation partnership effort with the Department of Natural Resources. Today, the zoo is saying a bittersweet goodbye to Chelly, as Sam Bleiweiss shows us. With one goodbye comes a hello, and Chelly's tank won't be empty for long.
From the tank to the first stop transport container. Chelly the green sea turtle doesn't know it, but he's on his way to salty freedom.
It's bittersweet. We know that they're going back into the wild, hopefully to meet up with other green sea turtles and to be able to reproduce and contribute back to the wild populations.
Jennifer Rawlings is the aquarium curator at Riverbank Zoo. She says their partnership with South Carolina Department of Natural Resources is vital to conserving threatened populations like green sea turtles and the state's turtle, the loggerhead turtle.
We just let them do their thing. We make sure, again, they're going to be able to forage on their own, meaning that they can find food. We don't interact with them very much when they're here.
But after a couple of years, they take a trip to the coast, a predetermined spot selected by DNR where the water is the right temperature and other turtles are there in the area. And today is the big day for Chelly. After a long car ride to Georgetown, Chelly makes a turtle speed break for it. And while the farewell is never easy, this goodbye is softened by the cutest of hellos. Just like Chelly swam in quickly on the flippers of Scoot, this tank won't be empty for long.
Well, the newest hatchling you saw there is already at Riverbank Zoo in Columbia, and it actually recently hatched at Garden City Beach right here in Horry County.
Have you ever been to Riverbanks?
I have. It's a lot of fun.
That's one of the places I want to go to when I get to Columbia.
Really, really great zoo.
But this weekend, if you want to get outdoors, finally the time to do it. The last couple of days, not so much. 90s and feeling like the middle 90s, and tomorrow's more of the same. Drop arrive Saturday and Sunday. Notice tomorrow feeling like the middle to upper 90s, but it's all about the temperature trend, where we drop into the 70s for the weekend. And overall, this pattern looks a lot cooler, not only this weekend, but in the next week.
That is zoo weather for sure. It's our time tonight at 11. Next news starts at 5 in the morning, and we hope to see you then. Have a good night.
We now return to the White House, where President Trump is speaking to